Yo, what's good, Glitch Squad, man? If you can hear it in my voice today, I'm very sore. I'm very tired, bro. Had a really long practice, and then my brother dished me out on a ride. He apparently went in for work, knowing I had no ride home, and I ended up having to go to the park first before even being able to go home. Ran some 1v1s with some homies at the park, man. You already know Glitch defense solid. Only had two. I played cornerback, by the way, if you guys were wondering. Only two people got one because one of the people just ran a 2 yard slant. If you know the football terminology, but only one person ever caught it on me. You know what I'm saying? Glitz a lockdown corner over here, man. But today we're gonna get into part 5 of what if Naruto was neglected in Kaguya's son, and and sorry if I kind of just stutter a little bit because I'm very tired. My whole body is sore. And again, big shout out to the Akatsuki, man. Hellblaze currently the only member. Get me to 15 subs and I will be selecting. Get me to 15 subs and I'll be looking at the vids. Whoever I see, I've been consistently commenting. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this. Whoever is the first comment on this video, you can join, bro. Whoever is the first comment on this video, um, yeah, you could join. You could join. It only didn't matter. Whoever the first comment on this video can join, bro. So, hey, whoever is the first comment, you're pretty lucky, bro. But again, shout out to Akatsuki. Shout out to Hellblaze consistently being in the comments, man. He changed his name. Like I think his old name was Sarab or something, but he changed his name to Hellblaze to make it easier. And appreciate that, my boy. You know what I'm saying? I rock with you a lot, man. But we're gonna dive right in. I ain't finna hold you for too long. Before we get into it, man, make sure you look down below and pow, hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Snipe that like button, man. Ugh. But we left off with Naruto officially. He was already kind of Hokage, but it's kind of like the ceremony of them becoming one of the great villages and kind of officially making Naruto the Hokage. That ceremony happened last episode. We talked about some of the powers that Naruto has. We're gonna go into it. Naruto has a master Mangekyo Sharingan. Naruto has a master Byakugan, and he's very close to unlocking the Tensegan. This episode, he will unlock it. He needs the eyes. He needs the pure Byakugan eyes of a certain Hyuga, certain female Hyuga that, and if you've been watching, that he doesn't really like, so he doesn't mind having to go do that. But he's hesitant because right now he's trying to build up the village. He don't want to start no beef just yet. But let's see if that holds true through the rest of the video. But yeah, so the ceremony happens and the first Kage summit involving Naruto happens, and Naruto goes with Haku because, as I said before, Haku's his personal guard, and Naruto goes to the meeting and everybody's just eyeing him up. Everybody's eyeing him up and like wondering why is such a young kid. Because at this point, I only did a 1 to 2 year time, 2 or 3 year time skip, and Naruto's only like 14, 15 years old. So like, but he's a big dude. Like he looks like a grown ass man, bro. He's a big dude for his age. So they're kind of wondering why such a young kid was able to build up such a great village, and they're wondering who his parents are. So the Raikage asks, "Oh, who's your parents, young Naruto? They must be great people." Minato, Kushina, Menma, Mito, and Jiraiya and Tsunade are all at the Kage summit, and like all the Kages are like, yeah, there must be great people that have raised such a great son. Like you must have been raised up very well. And Naruto, simply says, "I don't have parents and I don't have a family. If I did, they would just hold me back." And this this hurts the parents so much that Minato had to storm out of the room and was crying in the hallway. And all the Kages heard this. Kushina heard this, and she went out there to comfort him. And Menma's still very arrogant. She's still very arrogant because he still thinks that he's the child of prophecy. Mito feels bad for how they treated Naruto, and she wants her brother back. She wants to treat him better this time. But now that he's a big shot Hokage of his own village, he knows that the chances are slim to none. But Mito never really did Naruto really wrong. She's insulted him a few times. She's like disrespected him a few times. But like in the grand scheme of things, Mito never did Naruto very wrong. So Naruto doesn't have a huge grudge against her. He just has a grudge against the family itself. So after Minato takes his his crying session, he comes back into the room, and his eyes are a little weird. He's like, "Oh, hey Naruto," and Naruto gets upset by it and said, "My name is not Naruto. I am the Hokage. I'm the first Hokage of the village hidden in the moon. Please address me the right way, Lord Fourth." And this just, bro, back to back shots. Pow! Back to back shots, bro. At this man Minato's feelings, dog. And Kushina is at this point is very emotional as well, but she has to hold it in to look professional in front of the other Kages. And during this meeting, they talk about the tuning exams and how Naruto's village will be participating in the tuning exams, and that they invite Naruto to participate. But Naruto would at first deny, but they would say, "Come on, Naruto, it's all villages have to partake, or it's not gonna work. Don't you want your ninja to be Chunin and Jonin?" And Naruto says, "I already have Chunin and Jonin, but you know what? Just to show you how much better my ninja and shinobi are than you guys' villages, I will partake in the exam." And now Naruto, I literally skipped that part, but Naruto, I'll give you a rundown of his jutsu. Naruto has mastered. These are the elements he's mastered. He's mastered lightning style to the point where he could fire as many lightning style jutsus as he can. He could fire over 25 Kirins while still having enough chakra to go into the fourth gate, and he's mastered fireball. A normal fireball jutsus of Naruto could demolish half of a village, and it could destroy an entire forest. And he doesn't even have to put that much chakra into it. Don't get me started about his destroyer flame jutsu and his planetary explosion fire. His fireball planetary explosion jutsu, which by itself may be able to take out a whole village if Naruto is powered up into his nine tails chakra form. He doesn't even have to go into the chakra cloak. He just has to use the one tails or just a little bit of the nine tails chakra, and he could demolish a village with that. That is his special fireball jutsu that he only uses on certain occasions. It doesn't take too much chakra, but it kind of drains him a little bit, and it's his most powerful fireball jutsu. Naruto has somewhat mastery over a wind style jutsu, but one of his most powerful wind style jutsus is the I think I forgot what I named it last episode, but from now on it's gonna be called the Wind Style Ultimate Dimension Splitter, and this is the jutsu he used last in the last part to split to kill Sakura and split her into tiny little sugar cubes. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Other than that, he has a mastery of lightning as well. I forgot. I didn't give him a special jutsu for lightning. So comment down below what you think the special jutsu for lightning should be. Because right now my body is in pain and I can't think of one at the moment. So comment down below. Actually, this will make it better. Whoever's first to say their first in the comment section and to give me a good idea for a good lightning jutsu for Naruto that I like will join the Akatsuki, and I will announce who joins next episode, man. And so going on, Naruto decides to take part in the Chunin exams. The Kages kind of want to test out Naruto's power, so they asked him. Oh, Naruto's not very good at water jutsu. His water jutsu is stronger than his water jutsu is just naturally strong, but he's not very adept at it. He never really took a liking to water jutsu. The most powerful water jutsu he has right now is water style Great Tsunami Flood, and that's his most powerful water jutsu. And then earth jutsu, he doesn't really use earth jutsu like that. So at most I would say his most powerful jutsu is kind of like he's never like he doesn't train with it, like. But I would say his favorite to use for earth style is earth style mud armor, and it's kind of just like armor hues that allows him to deal a little bit more damage and protects him in certain aspects. So that's his favorite, all his favorite types of jutsu, and the special jutsu that he uses, you know what I'm saying, for each category. So getting back, they kind of want to test his test his strength, and the Raikage, being the hothead he is, says, "Okay, Naruto, you're only a kid, so I'll send Killer B to deal with you." Killer B goes to fight Naruto. Naruto says, "I'm gonna take it easy on you, but you really gotta understand the difference between me and you." And um, and all Naruto does is release his bloodlust on Killer B, and Killer B almost shits himself. But Killer B, not wanting to disappoint his big bro, decides to fight Naruto anyway, and he jumps straight into the eight tails transformation. And Naruto uses he uses wind style wind bullet, destroying three of the tentacles, and then he grabs the rest of the tentacles with just pure body strength, and then he grabs the rest of the tentacles. He charges up his fist with chakra. He punches Killer B and like the eight tails in the face, and the eight tails, Killer B transforms back to his normal stage. And Killer B still wants to fight, but the Raikage, seeing how the fight is going, saying, "Killer B, step back. You're no match for him. I'll fight him." And Killer B, trying to fight Naruto, goes straight into the lightning armor, trying to pierce Naruto with his speed. And Naruto uses his favorite lightning style jutsu. He uses his favorite lightning style jutsu, lightning style shower of thunder, and he uses this, and it's like it goes on for like 5 minutes of just pure, like, every lightning strike is stronger than three Kirins. And if you know Naruto, you know how powerful the Kirin was. Every lightning strike is stronger than three Kirins, and it goes on for 5 minutes. If Naruto didn't hold back his power, the Raikage would have been obliterated from the face of the earth. After he stops the jutsu halfway, not letting it go for 3 minutes fully, he lets it only go for 15 seconds. He closes his palm. He stops the jutsu. The clouds go back to a sunny day, and all you see is the Raikage battered and bloodied on the floor. And everybody's just shocked because nobody has been able to overpower the Raikage in such a way in a long time. And the only person that's ever been able to go toe to toe or kind of overpower the Raikage was the Yellow Flash Minato, who is now part of their alliance. They still have the Shinobi Alliance, but he's the only one that has ever been able to do this. And he's like, everybody's shocked at the strength of a kid, a mere teenager, being able to devastate a Kage with just one attack. And they start fearing Naruto in a certain way. They still invite him to the tuning exams, but they're planning to destroy Naruto's village because of the fear of their power. Naruto, little 1 day time skip, because that's how long it took Naruto to get to the summit. Naruto gets back to the village, and he's holding a public press conference, a public announcement. He basically comes out in his favorite clothes. Now his favorite clothes is a red and gold kimono, and if he's going into battle, he wears like the kind of the armor that Madara has, kind of like the red armor that Madara has. And he uses that type of armor. And instead of the bottom parts being black, it's still red. It's still like a red chest piece that goes all the way down to kind of his legs. But instead of the black part, it's like, instead of the cloth for the back part being black, it's gold. Because Naruto's favorite colors are red and gold. And the headband for his village, it has a crescent moon, and it's is like, it has a crescent moon. The sash itself is red, and the metal piece that has the crescent moon engraved in it is gold. So you can catch a theme that Naruto loves red and gold, bro. Those are his favorite colors, and almost everything is like that. When it's Naruto's birthday, the village like paints a lot of things red and gold. They have a lot of ceremonies, and a lot of the colorway is red and gold in this, whatever. So With this, he goes and addresses the village and says, "For all my shinobi, make your village proud, make your families proud. If any of you lose to anybody in the tuning exams, you will be excommunicated from the village, and you will never be able to come back until you beat one of our jonin in a battle." And we all know that's not gonna happen. Only Genin are able to participate in this battle. If you do not dominate the other villages, you're banished from this village. No pleading and crying from your mothers or family members will ever bring you back. That's how strong our village has to be. And they already know the standard, so they know what's going to happen. They know the standards. They know like what Naruto expects from them. So time skip. The village hidden in the moon has been training very hard. They're getting ready for the tuning exam. So we go to the tuning exams. Naruto meets up with the other Hokages, and they hand him a drink, and they put poison in the drink thinking Naruto would not notice, but Naruto drinks all of it. Every last sip of the drink they offered him, and he wasn't affected because normal human poisons wouldn't work on Kaguya Son and Otsutsuki, the prince of all Otsutsuki. So he fully drinks it, and he looks the Raikage and the other Hokages dead in their eyes. Minato now knowing that there's no chance of getting Naruto back, decides that he can't let Naruto get revenge on the Hidden Leaf village, the village that he's grown up in and that he loves so much. So he's planning with the other villages to kill Naruto. So with this, Naruto looks everyone dead in their eyes and says, "Wow, that was delicious. Thank you guys. I love poison in my drinks." And all the wow, all the other Kages, their hearts just sink into their assholes, bro. So their hearts sink. They're thinking that Naruto's found them out, and he says, "Just kidding. I bet you guys do that to test all the Kages." And they're like, "Yeah, of course. If you can't take a cup of a drink mixed with a little poison, then how could you be a true Kage?" And Naruto, really knowing what's going on, just giving them an excuse to feel better and safe within themselves, is kind of just like give them an excuse to feel safe with themselves. It's kind of just like making a joke. He doesn't want to like show off completely yet. You know what I'm saying? So the tuning exams happen. We're gonna skip over the test portion because everyone that came from the people trying out. I'm not gonna give them specific names because that'll be too difficult. But I will name one of them. One of them is called Mitsuki. It's kind of ripped off from Boruto, but I like that name. One of them is called Mitsuki. He's the highest ranked genin in the village, and he's very powerful. In this timeline, the Genins are still Kiba. Shikamaru is already a tuning. Sasuke is already a tuning. Shino, Ino, Hinata's still a Genin. And I would say, let's say, no, Rock Lee would already be a tuning. Rock Lee got heart. Rock Lee's already a tuning, and I think that's all I can remember at the moment. Choji's still a Genin, like that stuff still they're all still Genin. And Menma, like Menma after Naruto leaving, has been deep in training, so he skipped the other tuning exams because he's trying to catch up to Naruto, which will never happen. So we skip that. We go into the forest of death. Everyone from Naruto's village comes first. Then Menma comes through saying, "I know I was first," and then sees the people from Naruto's village and gets very upset and asks if they cheated. And the proctor there says, "No, they came just on time. There's no way you can cheat. They even beat the fourth Hokage's time." And with this, we'll go straight into, well, this, we're gonna skip these arcs because this is just the beginning, bro. It all really goes down with Naruto. I'm not even gonna spoil that, but listen. So we're gonna get through this pretty fast. First few rounds, Menma versus some fodder ninja from the Sand Village. Menma wins. Then you have Choji versus a random fodder ninja. Choji wins. Everyone from Naruto's village went, but I'm gonna really focus on the Mitsuki fight. Mitsuki fights this the strongest ninja in the, I would say, the Sound Village, because the Orochimaru hasn't attacked the Sound because Naruto has killed Orochimaru. Orochimaru tried to steal one of his genin and tried to take over his body, and Naruto destroyed his hideout. He destroyed every molecule in his body by using his raining thunder technique, and Yeah, bro. Orochimaru, Kabuto, everyone, like they're all the sound. I think it was like the sound nine or something like that. They're all obliterated. They're gone, my boy. They're grits. So with this, Mitsuki will fight the strongest Sound Ninja. The Sound Village is own, like it does. It's not related to Orochimaru anymore. He fights the strongest Sound Ninja, and Mitsuki, being cocky, says, "I will not even use any of my jutsu. I will only use my bare hands." He puts down his little katana blade on his back, and he starts fighting him. And everyone's like, why does everyone from that demon's village think they're so powerful? Watch the Sound Ninja defeat you. And in the blink of an eye, Mitsuki blitzes the Sound Ninja. Mind you, he's the top ranking Genin in Naruto's village. He blitzes the Sound Ninja and he's pummeling the Sound Ninja. And Naruto has said, if you go into a battle, always try to kill your enemy. So within 10 seconds, Mitsuki killed the sound ninja, and the proctor couldn't say anything about it. He says the village must come and get their deceased. He has died in battle. And with this, everyone's thinking like, bro, they're ruthless. And Minato starts getting worried for Menma. They do the little training time skip. We're gonna skip through that because nobody cares. They come back for the semifinals. In this, Gara hasn't become Hokage yet. Gara in this was treated very nicely, like his family loved him. Gara in this has not become Hokage. His father is still the Hokage. So Gara is actually in the training exam. The next fight is Gara versus Mitsuki, Menma versus Choji, and the other fight is just Fodder Ninja. So let's go to Menma versus Choji. Menma ends up winning the fight, but it was very close. Choji did a very good amount of damage to him with the little rolling jutsu he has when he expands his body and rolls like in a giant boulder type joint. He does very well with that jutsu and deals a lot of damage and gave Menma a good fight. Menma and Choji are very good friends, so they didn't go super serious against each other, but they still wanted to win. The gem of the fight is Mitsuki versus Gara. Gara puts up his sand defense because he still gets Shikaku, but he's just loved this time. So he's a better person. He's actually been trained better, and he's not just throwing his sand wildly. Like, he is very precise and skilled. The battle goes on for about 5 minutes. Gara continuously tried to put up his sand barrier, and Mitsuki would blitz him. Like, was Rock Lee and Sasuke tried to blitz him, and it kind of worked, but he kind of adapted to it a little bit. Mitsuki has the speed of fourth gate Lee. So Mitsuki in his base, Mitsuki knows how to use a requirement to be a Genin. You have to know how to go into at least the fourth gate. So he's just in his base right now. Mitsuki blitzes Gara, and Gara's defense can't keep up with Mitsuki's speed and strength. And Mitsuki, in a span of 3 minutes, because the sand was still protecting him, so he was taking less damage. Mitsuki, in the span of 3 minutes, has put Gara in the hospital and almost completely. If it wasn't for Lady Tsunade healing Gara, he would have completely destroyed his Gara Shinobi career. Mitsuki is a dog. He is tough. That man wants to kill everybody he gets in the ring with. Then we get to the finale. Minato, very scared, asks Naruto to tell to because he knows Mitsuki is clearly the more skilled fighter. He asks Naruto to tell Mitsuki to calm down. Naruto looks to him and says, "Excuse me, Lord Fourth. I have told you before. Address me as the first Hokage of the village hidden in the moon. And Lord Fourth, this is a friendly fight. Why would I expect my shinobi to take it easy? This is just to show the skill, right?" And Minato, feeling a slight sweat at the back of his neck, is kind of very scared from Menma. Mito runs into the booth where the Kages are and gets down, starts crying, begging Naruto to tell Mitsuki to take it easy on Menma. And Minato kind of wants this to happen because he knows, like, Mito was relatively not that bad to Naruto, and he might have forgive her. And he says, "Excuse me, daughter of the fourth Hokage. This is where Kages are supposed to be. Please go back to your seat. This is very unprofessional. And Mito, realizing that there is no hope, runs crying to Kushina. And Kushina begs Naruto, please, I know I've done you wrong, but can you please tell him to take it easy? We love our son. And Naruto says, excuse me, wife of the fourth Hokage, this booth is reserved for only Kage. So if you could please leave, because I'm finding the leaf's treatment of me very unprofessional. And with this, they leave knowing that there's no hope. They all think that Menma's going to die, but Menma and Mito still has some of the Nine Tails chakra, so he's gonna be fine. He's not. I wish I could say he's gonna die right here, but he's gonna be fine. So, with this, Mitsuki and Menma start fighting. Menma is pretty strong in this. He's not completely useless. Mitsuki and Menma start fighting. Menma uses fire style fireball jutsu. Mitsuki easily dodges, blitzes behind him, and slashes Menma's back with his little katana. And Mitsuki completely overpowers Menma in speed, taijutsu, ninjutsu, and kenjutsu. And Menma uses his last resort and goes into his three-tailed chakra form. And Mitsuki, realizing what he's doing, goes into the second inner gate. And with this, he starts pummeling Menma to the point where Menma is struggling to breathe. He shatters Menma's diaphragm. He shatters every bone in Menma's legs, and he almost cripples Menma. But the fight is called to stop, and Naruto feels very upset by this, and he jumps down and says, "Why has the fight been stopped? Why has the fight been stopped?" And Minato says, "This is clearly a win for Mitsuki. Please take your win and leave my son alone." And Naruto says, "Lord Fourth, this is completely disrespectful to my village. Nobody has been completely knocked out yet. Look at him. He's still trying to fight." And Minato says, "Just leave my son alone. I don't want this. I don't want this fight to continue anymore." And with this, and then Minato gives a code word and says, he says, what should the code word be? I'm kind of confused on that one. Minato kind of gives a code word, and he does a quick sign, and he fly, and all the Kages surround Naruto, centering around him, and they're ready to fight Naruto. This is them basically saying they don't respect Naruto's power, and they're trying to basically trying to kill Naruto. And we're gonna leave the what if right here. I know it's a little cliffhanger, but we are gonna leave the what if off right here. Hope you guys enjoy it, man. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, man. Y'all been going stupid in the vids lately. You know we on the road to